Today, I'll walk you through Toolio's three core modules end-to-end: merchandise planning, assortment planning, and allocation, and show how they connect to give you a single unified planning workflow. Toolio is a cloud-based, AI-powered merchandising platform that replaces disconnected spreadsheets with one centralized system. Each module connects to the next, all sitting on top of the same underlying data infrastructure, creating a single connected planning process that moves you from financial strategy all the way down to store-level execution. This is merchandise planning. This is where you set your financial objectives for the organization. Think of this as your tops-down strategy. You can plan at the category level, at the brand level, at the channel level. Think of this as your top-down strategy. You can plan at the department level, at the channel level, at the brand level. And you can bring together different perspectives: a tops-down finance plan, a store plan for new openings or closures, and a merchandise plan, and reconcile them into a single version of the truth. The interface is designed to be, it replicates Excel-like grids where you can copy and paste and drill down into granular levels or roll up to the top. You can pivot the data in any direction and make changes at any level, with the changes flowing up or down automatically. One of the most powerful capabilities in Toolio is the multi-plan. This is the ability to maintain multiple independent plans at different levels of granularity on different calendars simultaneously. The most common use of multi-plan is to support store plan alongside merchandise plan. And store plans are particularly powerful for retailers because they allow you to account for store-specific attributes like opening dates, comp dates, region, channel, and store capacity, all of which influence how you plan and how you interpret performance. Beyond store plans, multi-plan supports wholesale plans where you can build account-level plans for your wholesale partners, and brand or vendor plans for retailers who want to plan by supplier, understanding the financial impact of adding a new brand or exiting an existing one. With multiple plans in play, reconciliation keeps them aligned. Tulio's reconciliation process works two plans. For instance, channel is common to both merchandise plan and store plan. Once those shared attributes are identified, top-level targets from one plan are set to match those in the other, and those targets are then spread down through each hierarchy level automatically. The result is that your product teams and your location teams are always working towards the same financial objectives, even though they're planning in completely different structures. Access to merge and reconciliation process is controlled by role-based permissions. Only certain users have the rights to merge scenarios or push changes from one plan to another, ensuring that a single version of the truth is protected and that changes go through an appropriate approval process through a request before becoming the master. Toolio scenario planning capabilities gives teams flexibility to model multiple futures without disrupting the master plan. At any point, you can clone your master plan to be a named scenario, a conservative plan, an aggressive growth plan, a new brand introduction, and make changes freely and compare that scenario side by side with the master. Changes in a scenario never touch the master until you choose to promote them. Scenarios are also used as snapshots. Snapshotting a plan freezes that plan at a point in time, such as the original plan at the start of the year or a monthly opened by snapshot, so you can always have a reference point to compare against as the season evolves. This removes the black box problem that plague many planning tools and builds trust in the numbers across organizations. Beyond the 200 plus metrics preloaded, Toolio gives administrators the ability to define custom metrics directly in settings, adding business-specific KPIs like web traffic, sessions, or any other demand signal that matters to your organization. These custom metrics sit alongside standard metrics in the same planning grid so that every stakeholder is working from the same enriched dataset. Finally, Toolio is designed to be personalized. Every user can build and save off their own views, choosing which metrics to display, which variants to display across the metrics, how to group and filter the data, and which hierarchy levels to focus on. Different teams like finance, merchandising, buying, can each have their views tailored to their specific workflows, all backed by the same underlying source of truth. MP reporting gives you preloaded views and reports designed around the workflows planners actually run. These reports are designed to answer the Monday question, how did we actualize and where do we need to act? Once you've built a view that works for your team, Toolio makes it easy to share. Scheduled report deliveries let you push any report, whether it's a top-line performance summary or a Monday morning trade view or a detailed item-level breakdown, directly to stakeholders in their inbox on a daily, weekly, or custom cadence, so the right insights reach the right people at the right time without anyone needing to log in. Beyond standard reporting, users can also glean immediate insight from Tuli, our built-in AI assistant. Tuli acts as an intelligent partner that can instantly surface trends, flag anomalies in your data, or answer complex natural language questions about your performance. By automating the heavy lifting of data analysis, Tuli lets planners spend less time digging and more time making strategic decisions that drive growth. This is assortment planning. This is your bottoms-up module, and it's where the detailed planning takes place. The goal here is to give you a holistic view of your entire assortment, both now and into the future. As you move through seasons, your assortment changes. New products are introduced, old products are phased out, and core products carry over. Assortment planning is where you capture all of that in one place. But before building a single new choice, Toolio starts with hindsighting. Hindsighting is a rigorous data cleanse analysis of how your past assortment actually performed. The system looks at your historical sales data and performs several cleansing tasks to ensure accuracy and relevance. The result is a cleansed picture of your assortment's real performance. The system then maps to a rate of sale to produce the marginal return curve, a visualization of the relationship between your top performing products and your bottom performing ones, and the long tail that exists in most assortments. The goal is clear: to identify which products contributed meaningfully to your assortment and which ones could be cut without materially impacting sales. In practice, removing the long tail often eliminates a significant portion of choices while affecting only a fraction of total sales, boosting the productivity of your remaining assortment in the process. With the marginal return curve in hand, Toolio moves into assortment rationalization. Rationalization applies your tops-down financial targets from merchandise planning to the cleanse curve to recommend the ideal width and depth of your assortment. This is the bridge between the top-down financial planning and the bottom-up assortment building. The MP target doesn't just sit in a separate module. It can actively shape how many choices you should plan and at what productivity level. Once a rationalization is complete, Toolio can actually see the assortment directly from the rationalization output, creating placeholder products ranked by cluster, with top performing products going to all clusters and down through the remainder. Underpinning all of our modules is the concept of true demand. Rather than planning off raw sales, which are distorted by out of stocks, Toolio's calculations are designed to reflect what customers actually want to buy, not just what was available. This matters because the same demand-driven logic carries forward into allocation. Our rate of sale recommendations generated in AP at the cluster, by channel, by store tier, feed directly into allocation strategies, ensuring that the inventory optimization engine is pulling stock to stores based on a true projected demand, not historically distorted sales patterns. Item planning is embedded directly in AP. Every choice, whether it is a key item or a new seasonal buy, has a full time-based plan associated with it. A sales plan, an inventory plan, a receipt plan. And the receipt plan actually drives your buying decisions with the ability to generate purchase orders and push directly into your ERP. This means that the same module handles key item planning, demand forecasting for existing items, and quantification of newness, ensuring a single integrated item level plan rather than disconnected spreadsheets. Once the preseason framework is set, Toolio can integrate into your PLM to sync up product creation and attach your product designs to your plan placeholders, allowing for continuous updates from your PLM to enrich your planning framework. Toolio also supports in-season management of core products through continuous reforecasting. For core items, products that carry over across seasons, Toolio's tournament forecasting takes over. The system runs multiple forecasting models simultaneously against your actual data, including statistical and machine learning models. The most accurate model wins for each product. Different products get different models, matched to what actually works, not a one-size-fits-all approach. And this is a key principle across all of Toolio. The system will give its recommendation, but users can always override. Every key output, forecast, receipts, allocations, has an adjusted line where planners can apply their own judgment. Both the system value and the adjusted value remain visible so that leadership can see exactly where human overrides were applied and compare planner judgment to the model. Tournament forecasting produces a forecast confidence score for each item, a single numeric value that summarizes how reliable a forecast is based on backtesting against the most recent year of sales history. Planners can see this confidence score at the item level directly in Assortment Plan. And then they can double click into the detail to see the underlying machine learning and statistical scores by cluster, giving full transparency into what the system is trusting and why. Finally, the bottoms-up roll-up closes the loop back into merchandise planning. Assortment planning includes a dedicated MP to AP compare reporting view that shows your tops-down MP target alongside your bottoms-up AP roll-up, surfacing the variances between them at a glance. Beyond MP-AP reconciliation, AP reporting gives you a full slice and dice ability across any level of granularity. So you can drill all the way down to the individual item level to understand which products are driving sales visually through gallery view, which surfaces product images alongside key metrics like sales, receipts, and inventory, making it easy to spot winners and laggards at a glance. Where here we are in allocation. Allocation inherits directly from our assortment planning module when that module is in use. The same four decisions of what, where, when, and how much flow through to drive your allocation strategies automatically. However, allocation is also fully capable of standing alone. Customers who are not using assortment planning can build allocation strategies independently using our allocation defaults that allow users to pre-configure reusable settings such as safety stock, order cycles, sales, size, and location curves, as well as presentation profiles that are automatically applied to new strategies whenever they are activated, reducing the manual effort of strategy setup. The system then takes those allocation strategies and breaks it all down to a Store SKU level. Allocation is demand-driven. The system calculates expected demand at the SKU location level and then uses an optimization engine to determine the ideal quantity for each store. Factoring in sales forecasts, on-hand inventory, and supply chain constraints like safety stock, order cycles, and minimum presentation levels. As actual sales come in, the system is able to continuously retrain and adjust allocation forecasts so that if a product is outperforming at certain stores, Toolio recalibrates to chase that demand. When replenishment is needed, Toolio generates a smart transfer order recommendation and can push directly into your ERP, eliminating manual work and reducing errors. The result, for any store, for any SKU, you can project how much inventory they'll hold at any point into the future. The system recalculates continuously as new data arrives, ensuring your execution stays aligned with your plan. To help teams manage at scale, Toolio also surfaces exceptions and insights. For example, the system can highlight stores at risk of stockout, products that are overstocked, size imbalances across chains, and fast-selling items that may require urgent replenishment. Instead of manually reviewing dozens of spreadsheets each week, planners can focus on the few items that actually need attention. That's how Toolio Allocation takes strategy into execution by providing a modular, demand-driven engine. That's Toolio end-to-end. Merchandise planning sets the financial strategy with scenario planning and full forecast control. Assortment planning builds a holistic, time-based, item-level plan that reconciles to that strategy, combining core, carryover, and newness in one integrated view with system forecasts that users can always override. And Allocation executes that plan down to the store and SKU level, demand-driven, continuously updated, and fully connected. Each module works independently, but when linked together, the data flows end-to-end, giving you one source of truth, real-time visibility, and AI-powered recommendations at every step.